A massive thank you to Wizards of the Coast for sending us this Edge of Eternities kit to fuel the next Precon Precon. Hi, I'm Gramps.
Hi, I'm Chilibin.
And today we are going to be looking at the World Shaper Precon. Much like we did, like you saw with the Blitzball deck from Final Fantasy when that set came out.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the Precon, what it says on the box, what it promises to do, and we're going to see if it keeps up with that promise. We've got a deck on Moxfield that is a duplicate of the Wizards of the Coast deck. And we've tagged it ourselves, so you'll be able to find it. The link to that deck will be in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell.
Just do the things. You know how YouTube works.
Shit. Anyway, go to the description. The deck's in there. You can see it with our tags on it, and we will be looking at the deck, looking at what it does, does the tag fulfill what it says on the box, and does it do the fun Jundy things that it does?
When in doubt,
Jund them out. I've placed so high in so many pre-release events just playing Jund that it's my go-to now.
See, I played the pre-release this weekend just gone. I went Gruul Warp, and I had a fantastic time.
If you chuck Gruul Warp, chuck a little bit of black in there for removal, Jund them out. Splash that black.
I had like 12 creatures because I had a ton of removal. There's a 3 mana instant that does 4 damage to a creature. It's incredible.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
2 of those.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
So
I wish I could. Oh, it's Bombard. That's the name of the card.
Very good.
Shout out to Bombard.
So we'll be playing footsies.
Yeah.
So get out there for pre-release season. Go to your Australia and New Zealand WPN.
Sorry, by the time this video comes out, pre-release is over.
Well, get out there for your go to your Friday Night Magic. Go to your LGS.
Yes.
Play the absolute hell out of this set.
Yeah, it's fun as hell.
They've created this amazing constructed experience. Let's see how the command deck goes. And in before the new comments, new studio, baby.
Yes, sir.
Henhouse Studios, thank you very much. So, this place is gorgeous. These
chairs
comfy.
are so comfortable, and I don't know where to put my hands because it's so wide.
They're wide, and we are sinking into them. The frame's going to get lower every time just as we go down.
Yeah, I'm going to have to keep like zooming in and cropping the shot as I'm like, so the World Shaper Precon.
And so the World Shaper Precon.
Please,
on to the Precon.
Tell me about it.
It is Jund. It has, the 2 commanders, but on the box, it says sack lands.
Grow back stronger.
That's the one. Yeah. Sack lands, grow back stronger.
Grammatically, I don't love the phrase grow back stronger.
Yeah, because my brain goes...
come back stronger sounds like a natural kind of sentence.
Or regrow.
Yeah.
Something like regrow, but
regrow those lands.
Regrow those lands.
Grow back.
Grow back stronger.
Yeah.
Sack lands, grow back stronger.
Grow stronger back.
Grow stronger back, grow.
Lift heavy rock, make head voice quiet. It's a Bill Murray track.
What the fuck are you talking about? So I've already, last time we did this, we tagged during the episode, ate a lot of time, so we took the time to tag beforehand.
We did our homework.
I don't know why I looked at that one.
That's my camera. You've got your own.
We've done our homework. So we're actually going to go straight into, I'm going to tell you the tags that I have decided that this deck falls into.
Yeah, we workshopped the tags a bit, and then I forgot the box with the cards in it and had to go get it.
You had to go and get it. So I spent some time just going through and tagging. When we looked at the decks last time, we looked, does the face commander and the secondary commander, which is a bit of a complexity we'll get to in a second, does it do the task? Does it do the thing that commander decks have done historically, which is do too much? Is it doing too many things and it's diluting the core mechanic?
Yeah.
I've got
what are you... It's a shocking deck.
The shocker. Fuck. And realistically, what can we remove and improve? So that's what we're looking at here.
And with the counter blitz precon from Final Fantasy, it was a lot of like counter synergy, and I want to say there's not that many things you can do with counters, but I know that's not true. But it was relatively focused.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good.
This deck being concerned with lands and graveyard, there's a lot. You can do within that
absolutely. Ballpark. So I was actually really able to keep it down to quite a low number of tags.
Okay.
I should be using the global tags, but I'm not. Oh well, too bad.
No, don't worry about it.
We've got just my tags.
That's Do you want to know how that actually works?
No.
Global tags are across all the decks within your account.
Oh.
Otherwise, it's just specific to that deck.
Oh, copy that. Okay,
Yeah.
because I would only have that
It's
Counterblitz
not
one as well.
the global tags are not everyone using Moxfield.
Oh, see, that would be so cool, though. I
No,
want to see
'cause
what
it'd be
fuck
such
tags.
a huge drop-down list.
Yeah, but I want to see what fuck tags people are coming up with.
No, you don't.
Like, makes me horny.
Mummies Milkers.
Exactly. What a good tag. We're going to go in alphabetical order for the tags, not for the tags of... anyway, we've got accelerators. So accelerators are the cards that are allowing the deck to do its thing.
Okay.
So
But
like
faster.
Faster.
right?
So play extra lands.
Sure.
Or play extra lands or play lands from other places.
Okay.
So at accelerators, we've got, for example, Augur of Autumn, which lets you play land cards from the top of your library.
Okay.
Oracle of Mordiah lets you play an extra land.
Classic.
Get Rogue Monster lets you play an extra
Yep.
land. So
Yep.
stuff like that.
Okay.
We've got Benefit.
How many of those? Oh, you're just going to go through all of
We're
them?
going to go through all of
Yeah,
them, then
cool.
we'll go into
yeah.
counts, because then we'll talk about the commanders.
Yeah, sick.
We've got Benefit, so cards that get benefit from the core mechanic, which is sacrificing lands.
Lands going into your graveyard.
Yes, lands going to the graveyard. So there's...
So is that lands going in or lands being in?
Both.
Both? Yeah.
So I've got both. Lands going into the graveyard and lands being in the graveyard.
Cool.
This falls in the benefit category.
Yeah.
And just an example of a card in there is Urg, Spawn of Turg.
What does that do?
Its power is equal to the number of land cards in your graveyard.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that sort of thing.
Then we've got Control, standard kind of mechanic.
Jund control?
Jund control.
What are we doing here?
It's just it's removal pieces.
Oh, sure.
It's exile pieces.
Yeah.
There's no protection magic in this happening. Though there is a black spell that gives indestructible, which is wild to me. It's in it's in not in the commander deck. It's in just standard play.
Oh, in the set.
Yeah, black and 2 for like +1/+0 and indestructible.
Yeah, remind me to tell you after we record this about the one card that gives poison in the set and how someone used it during the pre-release. It was so funny.
I've got a standard deck built around that card.
It's great.
The artifact?
Artifact creature.
Yeah, I've got a deck built around
wild.
that.
It's so wild.
Cookie's about to poison people.
Yeah.
Then we've got draw. Every commander deck needs draw, another standard mechanic. We've got land sack.
That's the whole fucking thing. Yeah.
So it better have a lot of cards in it. I'm telling you, it does. We've got landfall, which is an interesting secondary mechanic.
So
and
are you focusing on things that have landfall triggers?
they say landfall specifically landfall triggers. So if the card has landfall written on it, it's in this category.
I know that like older cards, before landfall was a named keyword, there was like a much wordier description of like when a land enters the battlefield under your control.
So they've changed all of those cards now. So like the most recent Courser of Crewfix printing says landfall on it. Same with Primeval Bounty as a Foundations. Says landfall on it.
Cool.
And then there's standard ramp as well.
Right. Yeah.
And then we've got recursion. That's the final one I've got, which
grow
is
back stronger.
Grow back stronger. So what we would anticipate is at least a quarter or more of the cards doing land sack, and then a good chunk of those cards doing recursion.
Yeah.
It would be my hope.
Yeah.
In a deck like this.
Yeah.
Because that is core mechanic land sack, secondary mechanic recursion is what we're looking for here.
Yeah.
Let's go into the commanders.
Yeah, please. Because like lands going in and out of the graveyard, like that's cool.
Yeah.
But what's the point?
Exactly.
How are we going to win?
Now, and this is where things get a little bit difficult, is on the box, we've got Zarek. Zarek is a creature, and you would think the face commander, but has actually been advertised not as when you go to Moxfield and when you go to the Wizards of the Coast website that has the commander deck, it's not the commander.
Right.
Hearthhole, the World Seed is.
And that's the spacecraft.
That's the spacecraft.
Yeah.
So let's start with the spacecraft as the primary commander as Wizards has printed it.
Yep.
And then we'll go into Zarek.
Cool.
So Hearthhole, the World Seed. 1 and Jund. So 1, black, red, blue. Black, red, green, not blue. There's no blue in Jund. That's Grixis. Give me Grixis. It's a legendary artifact as spacecraft.
Yep.
It says it's got station mechanic. Tap another creature you control. You can just tap as many creatures as you want.
Yep.
Add charge counters equal to its power.
Yep.
When it has 2 charge counters on it, 2 or more charge counters, it has 1, tap it, sacrifice a land.
Okay.
Draw 2 cards. You may play an additional land this turn.
That's incredible value.
So it's doing sack, it's doing benefit,
Yeah.
it's doing draw,
Yeah.
and it's doing accelerator.
for 1 mana and sack a land, draw 2 cards. When the deck wants to put lands in the bin,
Yeah.
that's great.
And play an additional land.
And that's only 2 charge counters to get there?
Yeah.
Wow.
You may play exactly, and then 8+ charge counters is the next one. It's got Flying Vigilance Haste and is a 6/7.
Holy shit. Wow.
It's an artifact creature at 8+ is what it says, by the way, just in the Oracle text there. Whenever you sacrifice a land, each opponent loses 2 life.
Ooh.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
So a thing that I worked this out during pre-release, and probably should have been able to work this out beforehand, but the way that Station interacts with Warp is really fucking cool.
Because you can tap the Warp creature because it comes in with haste.
And I had a creature that was a...
Oh, wow. Yeah,
I had a creature that was a 5/5.
Yeah.
Warp for 2.
Oh, yeah. So chuck it in 5 station count.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you've got...
Because then you can play it again later just for its full cost.
Yeah, exactly. So if you've got, like, what is it, 8+, it gets, like, Flying Vigilance and Haste.
Yeah.
You could do that all on the same turn.
Yeah.
Because it's a total of 4 for the spacecraft. And then if you're able to just, like, chuck a bunch of, like, warped creatures in for very cheap.
Especially in a deck with 42 lands.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wild.
That's amazing.
That's so good.
There's no warp cards in this deck.
That seems like a misstep to me.
I agree. It's very interesting.
But then again, I haven't looked at all of the things that have warp that have effects that would synergize.
Yeah,
here.
true.
Yeah.
Might be something we look at in a bit of a break where we look at upgrading the deck.
Yeah, for sure.
And then let's go to I said Zarek, like Rel Zarek. It's actually Zarel.
How do you spell it?
SZAREL. Zarel.
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 Cesarel.
Sizzle.
Cesareal section.
Okay, so we got Sneaky Sausage. Sneaky Sausage, the Genesis Shepherd.
Sneaky sausage? No. Stop that.
Zarel, the Genesis Shepherd. Zarel, Genesis Shepherd with a comma, not that. Sorry.
Yeah.
2 and Jund, so 2 black, red, green. For a legendary creature, Insect Druid. Flying, you may play lands from your graveyard. So I've counted this as recursion.
Yep.
Whenever you sacrifice another non-token permanent during your turn, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to Zarel's power on up to 1 other target creature.
1 other. Yep. Okay.
And it's a 2/5 at the moment.
Okay.
So it doesn't gain any +1/+1 counters from sack.
Yeah.
But that actually comes in later. So I've put this as recursion and benefits.
Yeah.
Which means it's not doing the core mechanic
Of
sack lands.
Yeah.
It benefits from sack lands, but it doesn't enable you. And personally, and we said this about Titus, you want your commander, your face commander, pulling double or triple duty, but you want it to be doing the main thing.
Yeah.
And Titus technically didn't do the main thing, but it could do the main thing when it was ready, because Titus had proliferate. Whereas Zarel doesn't have a way to sack lands. It doesn't enable it.
I think there's this problem that you can run into if your commander does everything you want your deck to do, is that it'll get removed really quickly. And I've had this happen when playing certain commanders, because like you get it out and your entire engine is online.
Yes.
Whereas with this, it's like, it's doing like 2 of the 3 things you want to be doing.
Yeah.
So it's maybe less likely to be pulled off the field. I played a game with the Final Fantasy 14 Precon, Ishtola. You just benefit from playing Magic the Gathering with that
Which
card.
is my favorite.
Yeah.
Cards that reward you for playing the game.
What is it? It's like you cast a non-creature spell of a certain mana value, a bunch of shit happens.
Yeah.
It's like, you can just play that and you're off to the races.
It's also really ironic because that is the stacks color.
Yeah.
So no one else gets to play Magic, but you'll benefit for playing Magic.
So I don't necessarily mind that it's not doing the sacrifice. It's not a sacrifice outlet.
No.
Because it means you've got a slightly higher chance of like it being able to stick around.
Yeah. And look, the art is amazing, and it is a good card. It buffs up your stuff, and it lets you do that recursion kind of thing. So, if we're looking at our commanders, both of them pretty good.
Yeah.
I would say with Hearthhole, honestly.
I really like how Hearthhole is stacked up. It's so good.
Such a nice card.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm going to read from the box here because they've even got like the bit of the Ludo narrative here on the box,
back.
which is Hearthhole is a massive seed ship watching over its growing brood of Eumidians.
Ooh. Is that one of the Blind Eternities factions?
It is one of the Blind Eternities Zarel, the director of the planet's Terra Symbiosis operation, joins Hearthhole in a desperate fight to ensure the Brute's protection from outside threats.
Okay.
Which does imply that Hearthhole is alive, and I like that. Anyone that likes Farscape, Moira is...
Never...
You've never seen Farscape?
Never.
It's great Australian sci-fi.
Okay.
Great Australian sci-fi.
Okay.
With a bunch of American actors.
Weird.
This is a really cool deck, and I'm really excited.
Yeah.
So let's get into the tags and some of the core things that are doing what it does.
Yeah.
And we're going to start with land sack, because that is the core mechanic.
Let me also grab a computer. I want to look at these.
There are 25 cards that do land sack.
Wow.
It's very good. And I'm pretty sure a majority... I wish you could see how many cards were just in the single tag.
Yeah.
Because most of these cards are actually pulling multiple duties as well. There's a few, and when you go to the deck, if you go to the deck and watch it alongside us, you can see there's a bunch of untagged lands. They're like utility lands and stuff like that, or just normal lands. But the lands that also sacrifice themselves to fetch another land, I've got them tagged as land sack.
Cabaret Courtyard.
Courtyards, Riveteers, Outlook, Terramorphic, Evolving Wilds, and the Itty Bitty Fetches, which...
It's so funny too, because like you can only get away with that because they don't use color symbols. Yeah, they use the word,
which is perfect. Love it.
Yeah.
What's interesting is, in terms of what they're fetching, there are a few of the multicolor lands, like the ones that enter unless you control 2 or more basic lands that are typed.
They have the basic types.
Which is very nice.
Yeah.
And it's good they've given those to us again this time around. They've also got some of the filter lands too, which is really nice. But yeah, we've got 25 that are land sack. Some key ones that are in here. We've got that Baloth Prime card that everyone's really excited about. It's a 4-cost 10/10. It's a 4-cost 10/10.
I feel like I've missed this entirely.
Whenever it enters tapped with 6 stun counters on it, so you can't use to crew immediately.
True.
To station immediately, not crew. Whenever you sacrifice a land, create a 4/4 beast creature token and untap this creature. Which removes a stun counter, because it doesn't actually untap it. But you're still creating a creature.
Yes.
And
it's a 4/4 that you could station with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And on itself, it has 4 sacrifice a land, you gain 2 life.
Oh, and that doesn't even use the tap symbol. No, so you can just do that.
You can just do that by paying 4.
Great.
That's rad.
I love
and it's
this.
4 colorless, so it means your Soul Ring goes into that, but we should be removing Soul Ring straight away. And your Arcane Signet goes into that. Why is there an Arcane Signet in this deck?
For this reason, dude.
Battle of Prime, rad.
Yeah.
Braids of Risen Nightmare.
Yeah, what are we doing here, gang?
Is that a game changer? Because it's not listed as a game changer, but it fucking should be.
No.
I am on the anti-Braids of Risen Nightmare game. I'm glad. Why wasn't Cabal Minion put in this?
So here's the thing.
Why was not?
My argument for Braids is that it's an optional effect. Like, it's all you may sacrifice. This deck wants you to.
Yeah, but why? Also, why would you not fucking... Anyway. Braids Cabal Minion should have gone in this deck. When it gets to upgrading the deck, I'm going to be saying get rid of a Risen Nightmare, bring in Cabal Minion.
Here's the thing. When they designed this deck, it wasn't unbanned yet. That's my bet.
Yeah, because they probably made this deck 3 years ago, let's be honest. That's what they talk about with their dev cycle. So good. There's a bunch of lands in here. One of the other ones I want to point out to you here is Exploration Broodship. It's a green.
I played that during pre-release.
It's such a good card.
No, I didn't play. No, I played something like this during pre-release.
It's a green artifact spacecraft with station, and at 8+, it is a artifact creature. When it has 3 charge counters on it, you may play an additional land on each of your turns. So it's Accelerator.
Yep.
And then when it has 8 more on it, it's got flying. It's a 4/4. Once during each of your turn, you may cast a permanent spell from your graveyard by sacrificing a land, in addition to paying its other costs. So it's a land sack and recursion.
That's great.
It's doing triple duty.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And
for a 1-drop.
And it's a 1-drop artifact. So if you're playing something that cares about artifacts as well, it's just another artifact on the battlefield.
That's so good.
It goes into your it goes into any kind of what's that color combination that has green? It goes into any kind of Teemo artifact deck.
All right.
It's a 1-cost artifact drop, and Teemo loves its artifacts.
Yeah, sure.
God Eternal Bontu's in there, which is nice. Looking at some of the instants and sorceries, Roiling Regrowth got a reprint, which is a really nice reprint. Sack a land, fetch 2 lands.
Yeah.
Put them on the battlefield.
Perfect.
So landfall and land sack.
Yep.
Harrow got a reprint as well.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone loves a Harrow. Sack a land, it
Where's
does the same
my
thing.
crop rotation?
Yeah, get fucked. My favorite reprint in this deck though is the Gitrog monster. I got 2 of them in Innistrad Remastered, so I'm like, fuck yeah, finally got Gitrog.
Yeah.
Been reprinted again. So now Gitrog has gone from a $21 card to a $4 card.
It's $21.
Amazing. Love the reprints.
I didn't realize it was that much before that.
Gitrog monster specifically is 3 black and a green. For a legendary creature, Frog Horror. Death Touch, at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice the Gitrog monster unless you sack a land. So you have to sack a land and it enables that sack. Play an additional land of each of your turns, so it's that accelerator. And then whenever 1 or more land cards are put into the graveyard from anywhere, so there's a card that mills. There's Soul of Windgrace is it Soul of Windgrace or is it... What did I put it as? I put it up as benefit. There's a Windgrace card in here that lets you discard land cards. So discard, sack, or mill. Yeah, you draw a card. So it's Gitrog is also a card draw. It's such a good card.
Yeah.
That it's wonderful in any deck. It's like
I mean,
Sultai
on its
as well.
own, it's a 5 mana 6/6 with Death Touch.
100%. It's so good, and if you can give it first strike, game over.
That's crazy value.
Yeah. So the land sack really does its thing and is really well supported in this deck.
Yeah.
Let's look at the recursion side of things.
Yeah.
Because we've seen the land sack, it's doing its thing. It's got 25 cards. I wanted to see quite a few recursion cards, and I'll be honest, there's not a lot.
Right.
It is a little light on with recursion, but seeing what it does. So there's 9 cards that do recursion.
Okay.
Including, again, the Exploration Brood Chip, like we spoke about.
Yeah.
The Commander.
Yep.
Is doing it as well. Soul of Windgrace. That's the card. I did say Soul of Windgrace. It's the one that's doing discard. Soul of Windgrace is a really amazing reprint in this deck, which is 1 and Jund, so same as the Commander. And it actually can be the Commander of this deck as well, if you want it to be. Whenever it enters or attacks, you put a land card. You may put a land card from a graveyard onto the battlefield tapped under your control. Yes. Discard a land card, you gain 3 life.
Yeah.
A green, discard a land card, you gain 3 life. 1 in a red, discard a land card, draw a card. And then 2 in a black, discard a land card, Soul of Windgrace gains indestructible until end of turn, tap it.
Soul of Windgrace plus Braids of Risen Nightmare is actually a really sick combo.
It's a really fun combo.
You sack a land, everyone else sacks lands, you use Soul of Windgrace to bring other people's lands back. Yeah. You sack them, you've got your loop.
Exactly.
That's great.
And it's a 5/4.
Yeah.
So amazing card in here. It's such a wonderful reprint. But there's actually stuff like Splendid Reclamation, which is return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped.
Yeah.
So massive landfall.
And if you've set up a bunch of landfall triggers, and then if that happens to also include things like Cabaretti Courtyard, which immediately sacks to go find another land, you're just adding more landfall triggers on top of that.
And also more lands to sack. There's also Aftermath Analyst, which is a 1 in a green elf detective creature. When this creature enters, mill 3 cards, so putting cards into the graveyard, fuels the Gitrog. For 3 green and sacrifice this creature, return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped.
Okay.
So again, more of that recursion.
Sure.
And then Titania, Protector of Argoth.
Great.
Massive card in this.
Love
Legendary
Titania.
creature, elemental.
Yeah.
When it enters, return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Beauty. When a land you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, so benefits from that sack land.
When a land you control is put into a graveyard. So if you've used Soul of Windgrace to take other people's lands and you sack them into the other player's graveyard,
you still get the benefit.
That still pops Titania.
You get a 5/3 green elemental creature token.
That's cool.
It's gorgeous. The recursion is very good.
Yeah. Well, it's also like a lot of these are permanent, so they're reusable.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not just like, you get this one spell that brings all your lands back. It's like, no, I'd say like more than half of these are...
Oh, only 2 are non-permanent.
Yeah.
2 are sorceries.
Okay, so 7 out of 9 of these are reusable recursion effects.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so they're doing their job, and they can recur each other as well, which is helpful, which I do like that it's doing its job. The ramp, we don't really need to worry about as much.
How many? What are we looking at?
We're looking at 13 ramp
Okay.
cards, pretty standard. That includes the shoal rings, that includes fetching
Yeah.
your lands, and that includes cards that will sacrifice a land to give you mana.
Yeah, like your Harrows.
While looking at Avendo Brush Razor, which
Yeah.
is a new card from this set. Whenever you sacrifice a non-token permanent, exile a top card of your library, so benefit.
Yeah.
During your turn, as long as you've sacrificed a non-token permanent this turn, land, you may play cards exiled with this creature. Tap, sack a land, add 2 red.
Oh, that's its own little engine
It's
right there.
it's doing a
Yeah.
lot of really nice things.
You can tap it,
all
sack
in
a land.
one.
You've got 2 mana floating, and then those triggers are both online.
It seems like quite a standard thing that
Yeah.
if you're sacrificing a land, you're getting a benefit for losing that resource.
Yeah.
And so it's quite normalized in this deck
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you're
yeah.
sacking the land, getting benefit from doing the resource kind of
cool.
stuff. One card I really want to actually point out to, though, I think I've put it listed as an accelerator, even though it doesn't actually count as one. Horizon Explorer. So accelerators, I said, were cards that were allowing you to play additional lands. Horizon Explorer is a little bit different.
Okay.
Because it has the most important line of text on it, which I think could actually be a bit utilized a bit more in this deck. Lands you control, enter untapped.
Oh, yeah, it's like Spelunking. I love Spelunking.
Amazing
in a land
card.
deck.
And the other thing with it is, which is a new mechanic to Edge of Eternities, which I quite like, is whenever you attack a player, so Horizon Explorer, 2 and a green, creature, insect, scout, lands you control, enter untapped. Whenever you attack a player, create a lander token.
Yeah.
Now, lander tokens on it are artifacts that are 2 tap, sack, search your library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield, tapped, then shuffle.
I played a lot of landers during pre-release, and
So
the
good.
end-step sack is so good with
So
a lander.
good. They're really, I like that. It's like a new token type they brought in.
Yeah.
Which, we haven't had a new token type in quite a while. Like, as in we had food tokens, they've been around
Sure,
forever.
yeah.
And I mean specifically like a value token.
Yeah.
We had clues.
Yeah,
Got really heavy.
landers. I'm a big fan of landers.
Yeah, they're amazing. Some of and they're looking at the doing too much kind of category. There are only 4 cards that have landfall.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I truly think, and look, each of them are decent cards, right? There's Morag, awesome. Fury Coombe,
Extra
everyone
combat.
gets extra combat.
Yes.
Omnath, Locus of Rage,
Yep.
it's when it dies, it shocks, it bolts, and when a land enters, create a 5/5 red and green elemental token. So it does, widen the board, Rampaging Baloth,
Yeah.
widen the board again.
Yeah.
Tireless Tracker, clue tokens, sacrifice a
Sure.
clue.
Yeah.
I think all 4 of those cards could be replaced with stuff that actually feeds into the core mechanic more, because it does say grow.
Yeah.
But
I would honestly, out of those 4, I would keep Morag in there
Yep.
as a win condition. Like if you set up being able to have a bunch of extra lands hit the field at once,
Yeah.
then you're chaining additional combat phases, right?
Well, because and that's like something we can look at, have a bit of a break, look at, and come back. Is if I have 3 lands into the battlefield, are there 3 combat phases, or is there only 1?
Whenever a land you control enters, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase, so you would be stacking them
An
up.
additional combat phase for each one. So you could make it. Okay.
Yeah,
I like that.
I would get rid of the other 3, honestly. Like Rampaging Balos is fine, but yeah, we'll dig into
Tireless
that.
Trackers.
We'll dig into that a bit more.
So
in a sec.
what we might do now. So what do you think of the deck so far, face value?
Yeah, I think I know you love playing graveyard and recursion decks. I have not had a lot of experience with that. This seems like, and this is why I bought precons for a long time, even after I got into building my own decks, is they're a really fun and easy way to try different deck archetypes.
100%.
This is a really sick way to get your head around interacting with your graveyard as part of your play pattern. Because it can easily become overwhelming where it's like you've got a bunch of cards in hand and then you're also having to look at your graveyard as essentially an extended hand.
Yeah.
And then keeping track of all the triggers and stuff. So that this is maybe not the first precon I would give someone, because it's got quite a few things going on that you need to sort of track and get them working together. But yeah, I think this is a really interesting kind of loop that it's trying to set up here.
I think if we look at it in terms of brackets, so before the game, the cards we've spoken about so far are the ones you'd probably talk to people about of like, oh, it enables, these are my enablers, these are things
Yeah.
that I'm going to do. These it sacrifices lands, it's got a lot of sacrifice lands. Here's my recursion. You
Yeah.
would talk about a Coombe being in there. You would talk about Braids or as a Nightmare being in there. It's, what bracket would you say this sits in? I know it's a bracket too because it's a precon.
I mean, yeah, like on paper, it is a 2. And I think I've said this on an episode before, but the way that I look at brackets is it's at least a 2.
On paper, it's a bracket 4.
Why?
It's got Mass Land Denial, baby.
What are you talking
Here's
about?
a fun card for you. Welcome to MLD, motherfucker.
What?
Planetary Annihilation.
Okay, with a name like that, it can't be good.
3 red. Thank you for taking the bait, by the way. 3 red sorcery. Each player chooses 6 lands they control, then sacrifices the rest. It's land sack. It's Mass Land Denial. Planetary Annihilation deals 6 damage to each creature. It's also control.
Holy shit.
That's fucked. That's balanced, but better. Except more expensive.
Yeah. I think like where they would probably argue for this card, like you're still keeping 6 lands. It's not like an Armageddon. Like
No, it's not an Armageddon.
It's not going to be a full game reset.
But balance is banned.
That's brutal.
That is brutal. It's so good. We've got Mass Land Denial printed in a precon.
But here's the thing. This deck wants to be doing that.
Yep. And here's the thing, right? It's each player. You could have had to target myself,
Yeah.
but you're targeting everyone.
But then you've got Soul of Windgrace. You can get other people's fucking lands.
Yes, and then you got Titania. It is the best card in the set.
Oh my god. Okay, so I think like with that in mind, I'd probably bump it to a 3. Because there's one card, it's a sorcery. There doesn't seem to be the option to like recur sorceries out of your graveyard.
And there's no blue, so I can't play a Liar, Drowned Disciple.
Yeah, so I think like that happening once is like a big splashy moment,
Yep.
and I'm kind of here for it. Honestly,
Alrighty.
it's one in the 99.
Well, one of the things I'm thinking of just for when we take our break is one of the cards I'm going to include in this is an Unfinity card. So
No.
stay until the end of the break.
Please tell me it's legal in Commander though.
It is legal in Commander. So it's an
I don't want to have to
there's
expand.
There's a legal card. We're only going to be talking about legal cards. We're the ban list show, so you know. But we're going to upgrade this precon. So we're going to take a break, and we'll come back after we upgrade the precon.
Yeah. Good God. MLD. Bro, what are you...
Excuse me!
No, stop!
You should go to casual compliance, not fun. It's all not Star Wars. You are going to be big doo-doo if you do not. Please go to casual compliance, not fun. Please. I'm trapped here. Welcome back.
You telling me or you telling them?
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Welcome back to the Precon Precon. Welcome back to the Precon Precon. You can pick which one you want for that one. You can pick them both. We've just taken a bit of time to, instead of just spending 40 minutes tagging, to look at ways that we would adjust this deck. Now, we don't want to take too much out to remove from the value of the deck. And we're not so boring. We know Exquisite Blood and Sanguine Bond going to this. We know
What? Why?
It's got black. It's got a lot of life change. Like the main commander, your opponents lose 2 life.
True.
You've got we know the infinite things are there.
You could turn your brain off and do that, I guess.
Exactly. And now some of these recommendations are going to be brain off a little bit, but they're going to feed into the mechanic more to make the deck more targeted and more interesting into the mechanic without pushing it all the way up to a 4 or a 5.
Yeah, and I think for the purpose of this, we're not going to suggest what to take out. That's kind of up to you with whatever way you want to tweak the deck. I think, we spoke about some of those landfall cards that could probably come out.
Yeah.
There's
one enchantment in the entire deck.
It's a saga.
It's a saga. It's Binding of the Old Gods.
It's a little bit slow. That creature, the elf detective that mills, you could probably take that out.
Exactly. So there's cards you can remove. These are just ones we're going to add the value. We've picked 3 cards each.
Yeah.
And we're going to start with you, Mr. Bin.
All right. Number 1, a card that I've been a long time fan of this card.
I'm very excited.
Because I have it in a Titania Voice of Gaia deck, the one that melds from like Brothers War.
Oh, yep.
It's Zurin Orb.
Okay, I'm just going to take that off my list.
Yep. It is
I thought so.
It's a 0-cost artifact that says sacrifice a land, you gain 2 life.
Very nice.
Fucking great.
Very nice.
Who doesn't love a 0-cost artifact for one thing?
Exactly. And it's such a good fuel. A lot of people were saying before the deck came out, why isn't Zurin Orb in this deck? Because it makes it too powerful.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Next one that I think you're probably going to also have to close a tab for is Crucible of Worlds.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
3-cost artifact that says you may play land cards from your graveyard.
Yeah.
Like pretty
So
limited in what it is doing compared to some of these other cards, but I think it's just good to have that in there.
And there's
have like another hit for being able to get lands out of the graveyard.
and there's a few of those things because but Crucible of Worlds is a specific land card.
Yeah, you may play land cards
Yeah.
from your graveyard.
And then, because there's also there's 2 green, 2 colorless artifact that does a similar thing, but
Right.
it's specifically in green.
Right.
Where you can play land cards from your graveyard, but then also you can use it to play permanents.
Okay.
Which is very helpful as well.
Yeah. And my third one is a card from Edge of Eternities.
Oh, very nice.
It is a mythic. I pulled it during pre-release, and I was
Oh,
not.
okay.
I was not game enough to try and run this, even though it was in my colors. Famished World Sire.
Okay, hit me.
The cost is 5 green, green, green
Oh, fire.
for a 0/0 Leviathan.
Okay.
It has Ward 3.
Sick. Love it.
It has Devour Land 3.
Oh, and then it's one of those
So
ones
the way
exponential, isn't it?
Devour works, if you haven't come across it before, because it's a pretty weird
You
keyword.
have a Devour. You have a Gruul Devour deck, don't you?
Yeah, with Throwmock the Insatiable.
Yeah. And
but
this goes into that?
No,
Sad.
because that deck is all about, like, Devour is about eating creatures.
Yeah, okay.
But Devour, because, like, there was a Hobbit from Lord of the Rings that says Devour Food 3. So sometimes they get more specific with it. But the
So
way
Devour
Devour
lands.
works, so Devour Land in this case, as this creature enters, you may sacrifice any number of lands.
Which is land sack,
Yep. It enters with 3 times that many +1 counters on it.
which is benefits.
Yeah. So normally, like, Devour 3 would be you sacrifice creatures when it enters, and it enters with 3 times the number of creatures you sack
Yeah, okay.
in +1 counters.
Yeah.
So that's where the 0/0 comes in when it costs fucking 8.
Amazing.
And then the rest of it says, when this creature enters, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is this creature's power.
Yeah.
Put any number of land cards from among them onto the battlefield, tapped, then shuffle.
That should have...
This fucking rules.
Why isn't this in the deck? What is it called?
Famished World Sire?
It's not in the deck.
No, I know. I looked.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
That's doing everything this deck wants.
It's
That's such a good
fucking
inclusion.
rad, dude.
Oh, man. Okay. That's a good... That's It feeds into this is what the deck wants to do.
Yeah.
This is more support for land sack. It's... those are 3 very good picks, very easy picks
Yeah.
that are like upgrading a precon without breaking the bank first of all.
Or venturing into, like, higher bracket
Exactly,
territory.
without going too far into 4 that
Yeah.
you've foregone conclusion. You
Yeah.
know, there's no deliberate infinite combos and stuff like that.
Now,
in there.
granted, Crucible of Worlds can be a little expensive if you're trying to pick one up. But even then, it's, what's the saying, like 30 US?
No,
So it's up there.
It's up there, but it is up there around the rest of them are
Yeah.
several dollars. I'm assuming.
Zerunob's like $1.
And Famished?
Famished is about 10, but it's also
just
the set
printed.
just came
Yeah,
out.
give it
so-
3 months, the market will settle.
Yeah.
Pick up 50 of them. You'll
but
be
it's
fine.
yeah, like that's going to get you potentially a really big creature.
Yeah.
And at 8 cost, you're probably hoping for something that might help you win the game.
And there's 42 lands in the deck.
Yeah.
Like, you can play your lands.
Yeah.
And there's, again, with, 13 ramp cards? So,
Yeah.
like, you're going to play the lands.
But again, think about Devour Land 3 means if you sack 2 lands, it's coming in as a 6/6.
Yeah.
And sure, that's a 6/6 for 8, not great. But 3 lands, though, gets you a 9/9 for 8 with Ward 3.
And then looking at some of the other stuff, if you've got Battle of Prime down, you're getting rid of 6 land or 3. You're getting rid of 3 lands, which means you're getting 3 4/4s.
Yeah.
You've got
Think about the synergies. It's so delicious.
you got Yuri Master of Revenues in there, Master of Reviews in there,
Yep.
which is like when you've sacrificed a permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and
Yeah.
then you've got so much going through this that it's just benefiting you further. So I've added a little bit extra. The first one I've added, you mentioned before, Spelunking.
Oh, hell yeah. I love Spelunking.
Spelunking is 2 and a green enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. If you put a cave onto the battlefield this way, you gain 4 life.
Okay.
And
So you could
lands you
maybe
control
look-
enter untapped.
So you could look at swapping in some caves.
Chuck some caves in there. Get some
I
cave support.
can't name any useful caves off the top of my head.
Well, a bunch of the cycling lands were caves.
Oh, true.
No, they were deserts.
No. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they were deserts. Caves bot.
Yeah, go look up caves. If
Yeah,
you're gonna,
go look up
if you're going
caves,
to put
find
spelunking in, chuck a couple caves in. What could go wrong?
I actually, and then there's a really. So you've done 2 small cards because Zero Orb is free.
Yeah.
It's 0 cost.
Yeah.
Sacrifice a land, gain 2 life. Gorgeous. But you've also got an expensive card in there.
Yeah.
So I've got an expensive card.
Okay.
And then I've got the Infinity card.
Okay.
That one's saving to last because it's one of my favorites, and you're going to know immediately which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But Breaker of Creation, Modern Horizons 3.
Eldrazi?
Eldrazi.
That's an Eldrazi name if ever I heard one.
There's a single waste in this deck, which means you have ways to tap 4 colorless, which means you can pay for specific colorless cost. Breaker of Creation is 6 colorless, so 8 cost, but like you need 2.
You've got your Sol Ring.
You need 2 generic mana, easy peasy, and then the rest is generic anyway. When you cast this spell, you gain 1 life for each colorless permanent you control.
Okay. Oh, lands. Oh, cool.
Hexproof from each color,
Yep.
and Annihilator 2.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
That's the big one. The Annihilator's the big one because the first thing people sacrifice if they don't have tokens down is their lands.
Yeah.
So, or their enchantments and artifacts, but a lot of it is their lands.
Oh, that's great.
So Annihilator 2 makes it very helpful.
Like that double colorless cost might be a little challenging with the current land base, but again, you've got the
42 lands. You've
You've
got
got
Myriad
the
Landscape in there.
Sol
You've got a
Ring.
Waste in there. You've got Sol Ring in there.
so like you can get there.
Exactly.
I might chuck maybe 1 or 2 other wastes in there, or like check those lands that tap for colorless or a color.
Yeah, well, there are. There's the Llanowar Wastes in there and stuff
cool.
like that.
So we probably don't need to worry about the cost
Exactly.
too much. Yeah, that's great.
And then the final card, which is my card from Infinity.
What is it?
It was in Borborygmos.
Paradise Lost.
Paradise Lost.
I knew I had a feeling.
So good of a card. Okay, 3 green
Yeah.
for an instant. Roll 2 6-sided dice. Return any number of cards with total mana value X or less from your graveyard to your hand, where X is the total of those results, and then exile Paradise Lost.
just get-
Tell me, what is the mana value of a land?
0. You're just getting all your
Because it
lands back.
says number of cards.
You're just getting all of them.
There was one time with Borborygmos where I had Borborygmos on the battlefield, and then came around. I had full grip. Our friend gained 123 life. I emptied my entire grip to deal 3 damage 16 times to him.
48.
And then I Paradise Lost to bring every single land back from my graveyard.
Yeah.
And then did another 100 damage to him.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
That was the coolest spike ever.
I remember being there for that. I didn't remember the numbers you were able to pull off.
Big gross recursion. And
Yeah.
if you want to bring back something that isn't a land, you can.
Yeah. You just roll the dice.
It's just roll the dice. Fuck it. You're guaranteed to at least bring 2 back.
That's actually so good for this deck. Like, you're always going to get all your lands back, regardless of what you roll.
No matter what, you could save it for later. You could do it early if you need. It's such a good card.
That's cool.
And it shouldn't be legal, but it is. Oh, man. Because imagine you have 18 lands on the battlefield. You Zero Orb all of them. You get all of your sack.
So that's 36
things.
life you just gained.
36 life you just gained. Now, these
cast
do
this.
return them back to your hand.
Yeah.
So, 4th cheeky little edition. Sorry to add a 4th edition.
Hey,
Reliquary Tower should be put into this.
Yeah, or one of those ones that just lets you dump lands from your hand onto the field.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, something that Thought Vessel can go in this as well instead of Arcane Signet.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, that's
because-
probably better, if you're going to do a lot of recursion to hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's your upgrades that don't break the bank.
Yeah.
Paradise Lost is a 13-cent card.
Yeah, because no one fucking wants uncards, dude.
I got 3 of them.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
I also bought a box of Infinity that is now just in my cupboard.
It's an uncommon. It was so good,
Yeah.
and it's fuzzy dice.
Yeah.
I actually kind of want those dice. I really do.
You just want pink fuzzy
I want
dice?
pink fuzzy dice so I can have my Paradise Lost at all times.
Yeah.
I'm
sure we can find some.
Spelunking it's such a good card.
Yeah.
Goes in. There are so many Jund cards that care about lands that aren't landfall that you can go into this. So
Yeah.
like there's Ancient Green Warden, all that kind of thing. So
Sure.
there's a lot of upgrades you can do. If you do want to get cracked upgrades, take out 3 things, put an Epicure of Blood, Sanguine Bond, and Exquisite Blood. Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever. And I already said it at the start. There is one change that I wanted no matter what, and I think they could have printed this change.
Right.
Get rid of Braids of Risen Nightmare, shit card, and putting Braids Cabal Minion.
I guess. Doesn't seem like a good time.
It's not a good time. It's not fun at all. Yeah, thank you again, Wizards, for giving us this deck and all of this amazing product. You're going to see more of it in a little bit as well. Tune in because we're going to be doing another speed run of building Commander decks.
Yep.
And go to casualcompliance.fun to see all of the behind-the-scenes stuff from this as well.
Yeah. And you could buy a shirt that looks something like this.
It's got Casual Compliance on it.
Look at it.
And it's not Jar Jar Binks.
No,
it
you can't get
says
that.
untap, upkeep, unban. Go buy that one and tell your friends that you want Jewel Lotus to be unbanned.
Oh, do not bring that back in.
Bye.
See ya.